The Shining was an underground movie that intended to make a profit because of the loss in movie watchers due to the increase in television. Through typical digital works, as opposed to previous methods that were of a more artistic benefit, they reached audiences of all demographics like mental illness, religion, social status, and isolation. Richard Jameson states that The Shining started its way to the screen several years back, that the horror genre would be in full cry, the most marketable field in filmmaking, by the time his movie was ready for delivery. But he could have seen that, say, a year ago, and still he pressed on with the horror sales hook, counting on it, along with his own eminence, to fill theaters, and to pay off the $18 million cost of the most expensive underground movie ever made. It surely provokes the question of motive and Stephen King's genius in writing. The premise of New Age movies is the change. The most noticeable changes were in the predominance of sex and violence, and in the nature of the protagonists, both male and female, on page 449. This is evident in the way that Jack and his wife exchange conversation and power. Though it begins with the usual dominant wife and the submissive "yes, dear" husband, it transitions power and then transitions again when she conquers the escape and saves her son from the crazed husband. It shows a transition in gender roles for the new generation, and really begins to develop a sense of initiative and action. Another film that correlates to this is Silence of the Lambs. Clarice takes charge of the events and the outcome while still being driven to a conclusions by a madman. She's guided by the opposite gender to fulfill a requirement she didn't know she was capable of. Both movies show the transition in film history and the adaptation of film in response to financial and resourceful crises. The 1980 movie The Shining was a glowing example of new horror and filmmaking at its finest.
Here's Johnny. Here's Johnny. Here's Johnny. Here's Johnny.
Can do for you. But tomorrow, ask what you can do for your country.